Hey, what's going on, gamers and collectors? DGC back with another video, and today we are celebrating. I passed 500,000. I almost said 500,000. 500 subs, which nevertheless is still equally as important to me as if I were passing 500,000, which more than likely isn't going to happen. And I'm okay with that. 500 is a huge milestone for me. I am super grateful for it. Each and every one of you who participates and comments and is active and watches the streams with me and gets in the chat when I stream here and there. I really appreciate it, I truly do. And so I wanted to take a look back at some of the things that I've done and been and collected, and lots of different things that we've done throughout. I guess it's been about a year and a half since I started the channel, so 500 for a year and a half, give or take about a year and a half, is good by me. I'm content with the number. I'm finally getting to the point where I've got the audience that I want, who are actually active on my videos, and I really appreciate that more than anything. It's truly awesome to just have met all the people that I've met in the last year and a half. Been meeting a lot of people here lately with different channels, people that just do gaming stuff on Twitter, Instagram, or some people that do like all three, and it's just truly fun to meet people who grew up as Sega kids, who grew up as PlayStation kids, Xbox kids, Atari kids, Jason Rotberg, who likes all sorts of weird stuff, but I love watching his videos, and it's cool to have met him. He collects all the really obscure things, and Hob, he's always going for the next greatest and rarest thing. And CM Retro, he streams a lot, and my rivalry with Oso Jiggly, and actually we are friends, it's just kind of like a joking rivalry. I've met so many great people. MC Murr, I talk to him pretty regularly now, like Steve out there with his diet updates, and just from watching that, him being a gamer and then doing his diet updates, and impacted me, because then after I got to know him, I started trying to eat better and healthier and less fast food and drinking more water and this and that. And just being on YouTube has been truly a blast for me. I can't say enough about that. I wish I could mention everybody in the video. This is obviously unscripted. I'm just kind of shooting from the hip here. But I probably follow a good 250 channels myself, of which some of them follow me back. Obviously, I'm not expecting Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo YouTube channels to follow me back, but all the other channels that do follow me, I try to watch everybody's videos as much as I can. I try to jump into everybody's live streams when I can. And with that being said, man, sometimes it's just a drag to me. Not that anybody's content's bad, just like the fact that I've gotten to this point, and then I'm not saying like sub to sub, because that's not cool to do that, but having to watch everybody's content and try to be active on that, and then also make my own, and then also still want to be playing games, it gets frustrating. But it is really fun though, and what makes it fun is when people interact and they're like, oh, I'd never heard of that game you're talking about. Oh, this game looks cool. Hey, have you tried this game? Have you heard about this game? Have you pre-ordered this? Have you, here's my Xbox Live code, let's play games sometimes. And just all the interactions with everybody over the last year and a half has truly been fun. It really is. And I've been watching a lot of you guys make videos too, and learned a lot of things, seen a lot of games that I really want to get. And I've done a few trades. I'm kind of known to not be much of a trader. I really only buy games that I want to play. I don't really buy stuff to flip. If I find a copy of something, it's because I personally want it. I don't really buy game lots very often. That's just kind of, I don't know if you've noticed that, I just really don't. I mainly just buy the stuff that I actually want in my collection. I don't collect a bunch of garbage. I'm sitting here looking at the collection. There's probably, I don't know, maybe around 30 sports titles between all the different systems that I own, so that's good by me. And they're not like shitty sports titles. And then for me, it's just been a blast. Like, I guess if you don't follow me on Twitter, you don't know this, but the Xbox exclusive set is just about finished. I have all the A's, the B's, and the C's, so that episode might be out within the next sometime in March. I haven't decided if I want to do it A and B, because that's between the two is about 25 games, and then C would be about 45 games. So that would be a long ass episode because I'm going to want to talk about each game for a minute or two. So I'm thinking it's going to be A and B, probably just C, because C is like a stack of like 20 games, D is like a stack of 20 games. So it's going to be broken down in sort of a weird order, or I might make them long episodes. I kind of want your feedback on that. Some people really love the long ones, some people like, you know, 5-minute episodes, but for me, I just get to rambling and talking. We're already at 6 minutes here, and it's just like, you know, that's me. This is what I like to do. I love talking about games. I like talking to you guys about games. This is, you know, I'm excited about getting to 500. My goal was to get to 500 by the end of 2017. Not too far behind. It's only 2 months into 2018, so I'm okay with that. My goal for this year is to still get to 1,000 by the end of the year. Is that doable? I'm at 517 as of recording this. That's a lofty goal, I'm not going to lie to you. Some channels who might be smaller than me, like you know, under 150 or around 50, under 250, believe me, 500 seems cool when it's like, oh, you finally made it there. And I actually was texting CM Retro about this a couple weeks ago because I knew this video was obviously coming, and obviously at one point he was at 500, he was at 50 at one point, he was at 5 at one point. We all were. And you know, it's crazy because, you know, we were talking about, I was like, you know, like, how does it feel to be at that level? And he's just like, this ain't even nothing. And he wasn't even saying that to like boast about it, but it's just like each time you get to the next level, you're just like, I got to get to that 1,000 mark, then I got to get to that 10,000 mark, and then you just want to keep going and going and going. And that's really how it is, because like the goal when I started in September of 2016 was at you know, December 31st of 2017 to be at 500, then this year to be at 1,000. And you know, those are reasonable goals. It's not like I'm saying, oh, I need to be at 10,000 tomorrow or I'm quitting. But yeah, so, you know, 1,000 by the end of this coming year, I think it's doable. It is going to be very difficult though, so I do need your guys' help. If you enjoy some of my videos, if I pop up an original Xbox video and like, this is really informative, really cool, go ahead and share it. You know, text it to your friends, tweet it out, put it on your Facebook. I don't care where you put it, just share it. And if you don't like it, tell me why you didn't like it. Say, hey, you're wrong about this, and this is the wrong information. Here's the correct information. Don't just sit there and dislike it. I mean, you're not doing anything productive, and frankly, as far as YouTube's concerned, you're still helping my analytics by going like this or this, because that still means that you were impacted enough by the video and you helped me out, even if you did dislike it. So really, you're not hurting me at all, and it's kind of just funny when people do that. You need to realize that that doesn't affect it. And for all the people that are in our little crew of guys, I cannot stress this enough, and I actually called out one of our guys who does it the most, and we all know who I'm talking about here. If you come into a video for 10 seconds and watch it for 10 seconds and type, this is too long, I can't, I'll be back later, that hurts our analytics. Don't do that. Just don't click on it until you have time to at least watch a little portion of it, or half of it, or all of it. Just don't do that. It's just not good for us to get to that point where, you know, you're watching 10 seconds or a minute of it. It's I forget what they call it, but you know, that's the click to watch ratio, where you click it and you watch it for 10 seconds and then you leave. It goes into the analytics as a bad, you know, that your video sucks and it shouldn't be promoted. That's basically what that is. So for all the people that are in our little crew, don't do that. It's just not good. If you don't want to watch the video, just don't watch it. That helps more than watching it for 5 seconds. But as far as everybody else in the crew goes, you know, we're kind of a tight-knit little crew. It's cool. We got some of the bigger dogs up top and some of the, you know, littler guys. I guess I'm kind of in the middle now at this point with the 500. I'm pretty proud of it though. I really am. It's cool though, because, you know, not very often, but sometimes I'll hop on Xbox Live into the Xbox Club. Just recently I've been, you know, playing other games with different people. Me and Hav used to stream Destiny 2 together when that first came out, and it's just fun to interact with people, and I'm in the stages of planning other different things with different YouTubers and just collabing and stuff. So, you know, if you enjoy me and enjoy my content, and you're either starting out your channel and you want some help, just message me. I started out exactly where you did. You know, my content's honestly not that great, but I enjoy doing it and I put passion behind it. So for me, you know, if you want help, just message me. Say, hey, teach me how to make a slightly better thumbnail, because mine are okay. They're not great, but they're okay. you know, Alex, teach me how to make an intro, teach me how to make this or that. If you want help, just ask for it. You know, if you want to play an Xbox Live game with me, go ahead and DM me your live code. I don't care. I'm not, you know, I'm not bigger than anybody to where I won't play a game with you online, you know, or I won't answer your messages and this and that, you know. Like, I'm, you know, even at 500 subs, the average amount of comments that I get on a video is about 30-ish, plus the 30 or so that I reply to. So, you know, about 60 comments. So it's not like I'm never going to answer you guys. And if you have video suggestions, definitely leave them in the comments of this video or wherever. You know, as far as things that go in the future, on the road to 1,000, there's definitely going to be a lot more unboxings, a lot more pickup videos, hopefully some more Adventure Time videos with Nico, a lot more streams. I'm going to too many games this year, definitely. It's in PA, basically out on the outskirts of Philadelphia. So if you're going to that, definitely let me know. We can meet up, we can walk around, we can hang out, maybe we can get lunch together. I'm not opposed to any of those things. Frankly, last year when I went to too many games, I did enjoy it, but it was kind of boring in the sense that I was there by myself. Nico, my cousin, did not go with me because he was doing some other prior obligation. And this year, I'm basically begging him to go because I really want him to go. But if he doesn't, then I'm cool with that. I'll go by myself again. I know that Scarlet Sprites, he lives right up there, like probably a half-hour away, so he's definitely going. So that'd be cool to meet up with him. And you know, that's just another YouTuber that I've met and I conversate pretty regularly with. And but so some of the other things that are coming to the channel, like I just mentioned, I think there's 8 or so Xbox exclusives left in the set that I need to get. There is a link down below and in the last, you know, X amount of videos. Periodically I do pick up new games though, so if you're gonna potentially donate one or buy one, you might want to ask me before you do it. All the ones that I need are actually $5 to $10 games. They're not expensive, I just never see them. They do need to be complete. That's just kind of how I am. But by no means do you need to send them to me. You really don't. And then the Wii U collection. I'm going for the full set. I'm sitting here looking at it right now. I think I'm around 25 games left that I need to get. Again, the list is in the description. For me, I love the Wii U. It's in my top 10 favorite systems of all time. Probably number 6, give it somewhere in that time frame. The main reason that I'm going for the full set is because I was a big supporter of the Wii U the day that it came out. I waited out in front of GameStop for a few hours, even though I had it pre-ordered. But I was so excited that I waited for it. I was like, I gotta be first to get that motherfucker. And you know, I was just excited for that. Day one, I had Assassin's Creed 3, Ninja Gaiden, whatever you want to call it, 3, Razor's Edge, New Super Mario U, obviously, Nintendo Land, and Zombie U. So I had 5 games launch day, which was badass. And I was hooked on the Wii U. The Wii U is dope. There's still a lot of games that I need to actually finish on that. And for me, I was out there day one. Every time a new title came out, third party, I was supporting it day one. The Spider-Man games, the Batman games, all the games that came out on the Wii U, I was there supporting them. I really was. And that's why I have a lot of love for it. I was there supporting it when nobody else was. So now that everybody else is jumping on the bandwagon and wants to Wii U collect, that's cool. But I'm like it. I hate to be that guy, but I'm like the OG. Like, I was collecting that like before anybody, like before that gen was even over for Nintendo. Like, I was already deep into the collection. By the time like 2014, well, I'd say by the time 2015 hit, I was probably already at 90 of the games, and there's only 165-ish games. So, you know, really, I've been collecting hardcore for that pretty much since it came out. If you look at the list down below, like, I don't really need that many more to actually finish the set, so I'm pretty excited about that. I've never owned a complete set of anything. You know, there's the easy ones that you can go for, like Virtual Boy. There's like, I think 18 or less worldwide, and then there's like 14 in America, but it's region free, so it doesn't matter. 32X is a reasonably small number, but some of those games are very expensive. Sega CD, I don't think there's a tremendous amount of games for that as well. You know, and recently, like, I've found out that Game Boy collecting, Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color games are like the new hotness right now, which really sucks because I kind of wanted to get into that. not in the sense of collecting it, but getting back all my childhood Game Boy games, because when I was younger, for me, all of the handheld games would always be the first things to get out of the collection to buy that new juicy GameCube, Xbox, or PS2 title for me. It was always the handheld titles. So my GBA collection, sadly, is less than like, well, it's like less than 10 games, and at one point I had like 35 games when I was younger. And I just always ended up trading them in, and I feel really stupid about it now because I had all the good ones. Fusion, Zero Mission, all the Mario Advance games, you know. I still have my Advance Wars 2 because that's one of my favorite handheld games, and one of my favorite games of all time too, probably. And Final Fantasy Tactics, again, one of my favorite handheld games of all time. Still have my original copy. But other than that, those always got traded in. Same thing with the PSP, same thing with the DS. Because that's just how it was. Like, I didn't have the money, the disposable income that I do now, to an extent. I'm sure it seems like I buy a lot of stuff, but I'm actually very thrifty, and I wait to strike on games when I know that there's not a lot of interest in it, and I can strike at that lower price point, and the price that I feel comfortable paying. Like right now, I have a big ass PS3 collection. I've got roughly about 300 games, and I'm very content with that. I don't have any garbage filler in there. It's all good games. Like, I'm not, for the PS3, there's probably maybe 5 sports titles, and that's just because they're actually good ones. And you know, like, I'm happy with the PS3 collection. 360 collection is mainly just exclusives for me, which again, I love that collection as well. I don't know how this ended up turning into a huge rambling video, but whatever. If you're subscribed to me, you know I love to ramble and talk about games. Some of you enjoy that, some of you don't. Some of you might have already clicked away. It is what it is. But what I'm getting at is here, like, I've had so much fun collecting and being able to share all my experiences with you guys, and just get to know you guys and other channels and all that good stuff. And look forward to a lot more content coming. There was a point in time where I was trying to do 2 videos a week, but I just don't have time, because like I'm not just a collector, even though my name is DatGameCollector. Like, I actually enjoy and cherish playing these games. I don't just let them sit on a shelf. I want to actually play these titles that I buy. Like, I'm balls deep in Shadow of War right now. I'm about 55 hours into it now. I can't say enough about that game. When I did live stream it the other week, I actually sadly was getting pretty embarrassed right there, because I couldn't defeat the Nazgul that I was fighting, and then as soon as I stopped the live stream, I continued to fight him, and then sure enough, I beat him off the live stream. But that game is badass, and like, for me, it's been sitting on my shelf for like since October, so now I finally have a chance to play it, and I'm deep into it, and I'm enjoying it. So that's why videos have just kind of gone to once every Sunday at 8 a.m. is the new schedule, if you hadn't noticed that. So with that being said, you know, videos are going to be once a week. Live streams will kind of just be really whenever I want. If you want to keep up to date with the things that I'm picking up, and when I'm live streaming, and just my opinions, and you know, just other things that you're not going to catch once a week, you need to follow me on Twitter. I'm very active on that, and I'm not shy to answer people's messages on there, and I'm very active. If you follow me, I'm gonna follow you back. You post some game pickups, I'm gonna like your pictures if they're, you know, if it's cool stuff or not cool stuff. I'm very interactive. Like, I'm not above being interactive with my subscribers like some YouTubers are. To me, that's lame. Like, the whole point of having subscribers is so you can interact with them, not so you can, I mean, yeah, making money from this would be awesome. Don't get me wrong. Like, making money from your passion? Like, what? Of course I want to do that. But for me, right now, I'm just making the videos, A, because I can't. I'm basically at 3,000 hours a year, but I still need the other 500 subscribers. So basically, I would be way over the 4,000 hours if I had 1,000 subscribers, because I make these long-ass videos. Not intentional. I had no idea they were going to change the rules to that. It's just, I love talking about games. But yeah, so this is kind of just where the channel's going, and you know, I really just make random videos every week, whatever's on my mind, whatever I think is a cool topic, and that's what I'm going to do, you know. Last week you just watched a Hidden Gem video. Prior to that, the Vita collection, Saturn video, Wii U games that aren't going to get ported to the Switch. Just random stuff that is on my mind that I feel like would make a cool video. That's how I make my videos. And yeah, so thank you so much on 500 subs. Thank you if you've made it all the way through this ranty ramble. I just enjoy, you know, there's ups and downs to this too. Like there's times where like I'll put in a lot of work into a video and it's just like the views are just like, and then it's just like, is it even worth making these super awesome edited videos? It is though, because if you like the content, if you're putting out content that you like to watch, then that means that somebody else will like to watch it. And for me, that's all that matters. You know, I'm just going to keep putting out the content that I think is good and that I would like to watch, and edit things the way I think is cool, and that's just how I do my content. I'm not out here to copy anybody else's content. I just do it myself, and if I never make it to 1,000, so be it. I only make videos once a week. I spend maybe anywhere from, you know, 20 minutes. This isn't going to take long to edit. I just need to add the intro and the outro, and that's it. But, you know, sometimes like that Vita video, oh my god, I can't even tell you how long that took. Sitting there, setting up the tripod and playing each game on the Vita, and then, you know, putting in the next game, updating it. I had to update most of those games as soon as I put them in the Vita, and then the Vita would die, and then I got to charge it, and, you know, some of these videos that I do, they just take so long. However, the Vita video is like one of my best viewed videos, and that's how a lot of you, I think, subscribe to me. So I do appreciate that. I really do. So again, thank you for 500. Here's to another year. Hopefully we can make it to 1,000. And if you made it this far, I didn't announce this, but I am doing a giveaway. Tokyo 42 for the PlayStation 4. Alright guys, Tokyo 42. The postcard. And a sealed soundtrack. This didn't cost very much. However, it's pretty rare. So I'm pretty excited to give this away. There are stipulations to this though. You need to live in the continental 48 United States. Not shipping it anywhere else. I'm sorry guys. I'm not that rich. I cannot afford to do that. I always neglect to say that it's open to everybody, but it's not. I'm sorry guys, I just cannot afford that. If I were a bigger channel and got paid by YouTube, then yes, absolutely I would ship it anywhere, but I don't. So, sorry for that if you do live outside of the continental 48 United States. So here's the giveaway. How do you win this? You just need to leave a comment. And what does the comment need to be about? You need to tell me what the first game you ever played was, what your favorite game is, and what your favorite system is. And after that, you need to tell me what your favorite pizza topping is. And that's how I'm going to know that you actually watched this and didn't just type in and see what people did. Alright, so thanks for the 500 subs, guys. Hopefully this is a sweet prize to whoever wins this. Obviously it's all still sealed. I hope you just open it and enjoy it. And again, thank you so much, guys. Peace out for now. Until next time.
Come here, you mother... This is it, baby.